Well, good morning to you, Elgin, and the viewers at home. Thank you so much for that question. Upon reflection, I think what I can say about Africa Day is that when I think about my being, I look at my language, the way that I dress, the way that I speak, the cuisine that we eat, the place that my ancestors call home, and that kind of informs where I come from and where I'm going. So when I reflect on Africa Day, that is what I think of, Elgin, when I think of preserving the culture and the heritage, which informs where I am going in my future. Of course, today we are gathered at the Cradle of Humankind in Krugersdorp, Gauteng, where the President will be delivering the keynote address here at the Africa Day celebrations. Just to set the scene a bit, I am joined by the acting DG in the Department of Sports, Arts and Culture, Dr. Cynthia Khumalo, who can just expand further on the importance of this celebration. And I think where we can start is why has the Department of Sports, Arts and Culture decided to bring this event to the Cradle of Humankind?
Good morning, Sanbonani. Happy Africa Day to you and all the viewers. It is very significant for the Department of Sport, Arts and Culture to have brought this event, Africa Day, to the Cradle of Humankind, which is where everything, humanity, originated. And we believe by doing that, we are also recognizing that it is not all about us as individuals, but it is about this continent and its people as well.
As we enter the venue this morning, I see that there's an aisle leading up to the entrance where we see cuisine, we see some of our cultural practices being represented, our regalia as well being represented in totality here, leading us to the entrance of this venue. Talk to us more about that colorful display of the various cultures across the continent, not only in South Africa.
As you were saying in your opening remarks, when we talk about celebrating this day, we need to reflect upon that is indigenous. And for us, all those things you have mentioned, the food we eat, the performances, how we dress, as well as everything else that talks to us as the people, is what is actually being displayed here. And as you also are indicating, it's not just about South Africa today, it's about other African countries that are here with us, by the way, that have been invited and have responded quite positively and are going to be part of the celebrations. We'll see later on, once the program starts, that even the performances that we are having are not just restricted to what South Africa has to offer, but it's all about displaying what Africa is all about.
And we speak of this overall goal of the AU, which is unity amongst Africa. I think if we can reflect on our landscape as a whole, we've seen many challenges, especially in the migration space, regarding this issue. How can you reflect on that as we gather today to work towards achieving that goal?
For us, I think as South Africa, but more particularly if I just talk about today, we have identified the theme that says this is all about prosperity, unity, and peace. And it talks exactly to the issues that you are raising. And through the different cultural agreements, through the different treaties that we sign as the department, also other government departments, it is the way that we are able to encourage this kind of unity and peace and addressing the key challenges that we face around the issues of immigration, the influx that we have to manage in a manner that shows that we are one continent. But over and above that, the conflicts, but also some of the xenophobic attacks that we have seen, particularly in South Africa. Through the programs that we do and we drive as the Department of Sport, Arts and Culture, we are encouraging participation of other countries. I would make an example for you. We are the Department of Sport, Arts and Culture. We are having the Netball World Cup, for instance. and how we have actually recognized and embraced this opportunity as South Africa is by recognizing that it's not just about South Africa, but it's the entire African continent that is hosting.
Thank you so much, Dr. Khumalo. We'll continue that conversation a bit later when the program starts. That was Acting DG Dr. Cynthia Khumalo, just setting the scene ahead of the celebrations today. Just to quickly step out of frame and give you a chance to see some of the preparations that are still underway. We are at the Cradle of Humankind. We're expecting that from 9:30 a.m. this program will start. We understand it will be a colorful celebration filled with many performances and many displays of our unity as Africa. Then you can expect at about 10:50 a.m. the President will deliver his keynote address, which we will give you live on all our platforms at the SABC. Over to you in studio, Aljan.